dead inside. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 67 of Ignore the Backlog podcast. My name is Real Ports, and Evil Space Bunny is here. Bunny, how's space?
Space is cold and dark and full of quiet. It's quite lovely this time of year.
How's Evil doing?
I mean, have you not seen the state of the world? It's doing pretty good, I think, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's true. Profitable quarter. Past couple quarters, actually.
Yeah, the past couple of quarters with the evil ratio, I think, is fucking quite lovely this time of year. It's been good for everything.
We're seeing
Evil Space
green
related.
Profits, projection charts going up in the right direction.
Yeah.
Good.
All those stonks going up.
Unless you're one of the stock people, then maybe it's going down. But everybody else is doing fine.
Yep, that whole.
What? How was your week?
My week was a bit chaotic. But,
neutral or lawful, chaotic, neutral, and chaotic, evil, good?
It was chaotic neutral, I would say. Some good things happen, some crazy things happen, and some bad things happen. But that's okay. I got to play some video games. I got to play 2 new games this week.
Playing video games is good.
I know.
So, let's focus on that.
Let's focus on that. Wait. How was your week? Did you have a shit week? Was it a bad week? Was it a good week?
Kind of the same. Good stuff, bad stuff, all of it. Life.
Life. Hashtag life.
Yeah. Hashtag the game life, which is not as bad as Monopoly.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're right. When I was a kid, I would marry a woman. And people would get so mad at me. And they're like, you can't do that!
You can't put 2 pinks in there, okay?
I'm going to put a pink in here because I don't like blue.
It's all going to be pinks. There's no penises allowed in this vehicle in the game of life. Like, whoa, you're before your time.
I should have stuck to that motto, but whatever. God damn it! Anyway, what did you play this week, Boards?
What did I play? I played a lot of VR.
Oh, shit.
A fair amount of VR. It's a constant in my life at this point.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Sometimes I'm at work and all I can think about is going home and smoking and getting in my fucking headset and just sitting in Skyrim listening to the same fucking Down with Ulfric song in the inn.
Yeah. That sounds like a
good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I downloaded a sky mod that makes it look fucking gorgeous. Like, it's better than the real sky has ever been.
Uh-huh.
And it's tantalizing,
I can imagine. I can definitely imagine that.
Although recently it broke, and now the moon, which is gigantic in Skyrim, is just a big black circle.
Oh, no.
And it feels like a total eclipse of the moon, which is weird.
So it's cursed. It's
cursed to look at, but it also is like, I don't know, if there's some wolves howling, it's like it's haunted,
Yeah.
It's haunting. So that's got its own vibe. It's fun. It's a good time. I downloaded a lot of mods. I have 20 mods installed right now.
Are you using Nexus again? I fucking can't. I tried downloading some mods from them the other day, and then they wouldn't work, and I was like, fuck, why am I still trying this site? And I got so mad, and then I uninstalled everything. Yeah.
Oh.
I've always had problems with Nexus.
My experience has been amazing, because I'm using the mod manager Vortex.
Yeah.
And it has been fucking flawless.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. As
long as the mod supports the mod manager, I don't manually download fucking anything anymore.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who are like, well, it's really limiting because it doesn't support every mod. And it's like, if the mod doesn't support it, then it can fuck itself because the tool checks for incompatibility issues. Like, it's just perfect. It just knows what to do.
It's like Todd Howard.
And so if your mod can't deal with that, suck my asshole.
Okay.
So
Fair.
that's my stance on mods that don't work with mod managers.
Okay, fair. I can respect that.
And I'm so into the Nexus modding that I'm deciding which game I play next based on its like support for the Vortex mod manager.
Oh, damn.
And I may have bought a lifetime subscription to Nexus Mods.
I fucking knew it! You fucking fuck!
It was like $75.
I know! It's fucking insane!
But it's lifetime!
Fair.
No subscriptions for this kid.
Fair.
I used to pay $60 a year for Xbox.
Not anymore.
Which... Well, yeah, again, now. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But I don't pay for it anymore. Although I did let it go for years. After I didn't really use my Xbox.
That's
so
hilarious.
they got a lot of money from me
Yeah,
that
they did.
they shouldn't have. Which sucks. But now this will not happen. That's what lifetime memberships are for me. You know,
same.
they're for me. I almost fucking started playing a Star Trek Online only because they had a lifetime membership. I was like, ooh. Maybe I should do this. And obviously it's before the MMO comes out, so you have to like spend $200 fucking before the fucking game comes out. And I didn't do it. I'm not the biggest Star Trek fan in the world, so it makes sense.
That's fair.
Unfortunately, Old Republic never had that, so I couldn't do it. But I was always jealous of the MMOs that did. Champions Online had it, but I had a feeling it wasn't going to stay around, and I was right. Because it was a shittier version of City of Heroes.
I forgot about that game.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So Skyrim stoned time. What else?
God, Skyrim's so good. I mean, it's not even that good. It's not even that good because the combat is awful in VR. It's fucking no, it's not even. It's not. No, it's not. It's just wandering around. It's just having an open world game in VR. It's like one of the only ones.
Yeah.
Despite the mixed reviews on Steam, I even bought Fallout 4 VR. And I don't even like Fallout 4.
I know. I'm really like, that's my shock. That wasn't like me faking that. That was genuine.
Here's my thinking.
Okay.
I can just refund it. It's fine.
Yeah.
I did that with Star Wars Squadrons. It's no big deal.
Yeah. Thank God.
So it's fine. Although I bought it at like fucking 10 o'clock at night when I had no time to play it. No.
Were you drunk?
But no. I am capable of making bad decisions without drugs. It's possible. If I were drunk or high, the refund would not have entered my mind.
Fair.
But what I'm saying is I couldn't get it to work right away because you need like a mod for the controls because it's expecting an Oculus.
Yeah.
And I haven't done that yet. So I have the game, but I haven't played it.
Gotcha. Okay.
I imagine I will walk around for 2 hours and refund it, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, that might actually be fun in VR.
Yeah, I don't know. The music is still good in Fallout 4, so I don't know.
Wander around,
maybe
punch things, not give a shit, say fuck your settlements.
Exactly.
Just
set it super easy. Be a god. That's what I did in Skyrim. You can set how tall you are. And I set myself to like 10 feet tall. So I'm just towering over everybody. I'm a giant. And it's a one-hit kill with my two-handed weapon, which I only need one hand to wield. So it fits the narrative, you know? My character's just... I'm Dragonborn after all, right?
Yeah.
I'm just a god.
You're a god.
Basically.
Yeah, okay. I like this.
Yeah. And I sided with the Imperials because I don't need to bow to Talos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm a god.
You're the god.
So.
Fuck everyone else's god. They bow to you.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's going really well.
Good.
I was pressured by a group of friends, my closest group of friends, to re-download Vermintide 2.
Ooh, okay.
Warhammer's Vermintide 2, or Left 4 Dead 1.5, I call it.
Yeah, that's a good explanation.
I'm sure that if that game if it released 2 years after Left 4 Dead 2. It would be a great game.
Yeah.
But it didn't.
No.
It came out like 5 years too late.
A little bit.
So I think the formula's over.
You think so?
For me personally. For me. I don't think I even like the formula. I was watching the trailer for whatever that new one is that the guys who made Left 4 Dead, it's Rise for Dead or
Back for Blood.
Back for Blood. Yes. That one. Don't give a shit about it, I don't think. Yeah, I think the hype is, I mean, it's been dead and buried for a very long time.
Fair. I can respect that. I'm still excited.
But who knows? I mean, they could do something, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm not like it's a thing to play with friends kind of guy. Like, that's not the draw. The game needs to be inherently interesting to me, and it's, I don't know. I would like to go see what I think of Left 4 Dead now, because if I don't care about Left 4 Dead now, then I'm not going to care about anything that copies it later, you know? So, we'll see. We will see. I did want to check out, did you ever check out the Left 4 Dead 2 update?
No, I didn't. I play Vermintide every once in a while. I keep it installed because I have a lot of people that are like, let's play Vermintide. And I'm like, sure. But I've always wanted to go back to Left 4 Dead, and I haven't. Fuck. Now I want to install that. Look at what you're doing.
I'd be curious.
But, okay.
I'd be interested.
Vermintide. Anything else?
Vermintide. Grounded finally got 2 updates since my last playthrough, so we started that again.
Oh, shit, I gotta check that out. Okay.
Yeah, there's the pawn shit and flying creatures.
Mm-hmm.
So,
scary. Okay.
Both are terrifying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, it's not just spiders you have to be scared of. It's now water spiders and air spiders. So, now it's in the air, it's mosquitoes. Bees also exist, which we're going to have to contend with at some point, but they are docile. They don't fuck with you.
Okay.
But mosquitoes will come for your ass.
Yeah.
Phrasing. But, yeah. It's a good time. We're not super far in. We played like 1 day of it, so. Well, 12 in-game days, but 1 actual day.
Gotcha. Okay.
IRL day.
All those
and that's
IRL days.
IRL days. Too many of them, you know.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. So that's it for me. That's all I played.
Okay.
What did you play?
Okay. So since we've been talking about VR and you've been talking about VR quite a lot.
Hell yeah, I have.
I decided to finally get back into VR.
Okay.
And
what did you go into with?
I bought the Walking Dead game, the Saints and Sinners game, and
I hear it's pretty good.
It's really good, and it's really fucking brutal, and hot damn, it's good.
Brutal like hard?
Well, kind of. Okay, so the walkers you can sneak up on, and your weapons slowly break over time, and they keep respawning, so you can't take a lot of time, and each area is a certain level, so it's not very open world, which is fine. It's very linear. But you could go back and revisit spots, and so, but you're set to, a time limit, kind of. So what happens is after you spend time in an area, stuff starts to respawn, and you're like, okay, more walkers are coming. And what happens is after so long, the bells start to ring in the area because you're in New Orleans. And once the bells ring, all hell breaks loose. Super zombies come out, and they just come out of droves. And so it's fucking terrifying. And I remember my first time, and I was just kind of ignoring it. And then there was just a fucking wave of them. There's at least 30 of them. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And so I just turn and I run to my little raft. And I'm trying to get my raft to work. And it wasn't starting to transfer me. And they're literally just on me. And I'm like, oh, God. And I'm pushing them away. And I'm stabbing them in the head. And all this other stuff, but yeah, it's really, really fucking crazy.
Jesus.
One of my biggest things is, I remember when Half-Life Alyx was being announced, and the people who already were in VR were like, don't give her arms and blah, blah, blah. Just have hands and stuff. And that's less disorienting than having arms. So in this game, you have arms, but for whatever reason, they're the longest arms in the whole fucking planet. And so when I stretch out my arms in real life, they're slightly bowed in the game, and it looks really fucking janky as shit. And I'm like, and I can't adjust my height. I can't adjust my span. So it looks
That's
like
awful.
I have these.
The adjusting your height needs to be staple. Like, it has to be standard.
Has to be standard. And so, like, you have these janky-ass arms, but that's the only complaint that I have in this game. Like, the art style is really cool.
Are there mods?
I don't know. I haven't.
Because if you could just remove them, that'd be nice.
I know, just remove the art and just have hands, like Alex. Like, Alex is I don't get disoriented with just having hands. And, like, even in VR chat, because you have arms and stuff like that, but, like, you can adjust your height, and you could always edit the models if you really, really want to get fucking anal about it.
Right.
But, like, I was lucky, and I found a model that worked perfectly with my body and my arm length and stuff like that. So, like, mine is, like, fine. But I see people do complain about that. It's like, oh, my arms are too long, or my arms are too short, or whatever. So, but, like, it's really fucking weird. Because, like, I'm holding the gun, and I'm holding it fully extended, and, like, it just looks really janky because my elbows are, like, bowed out and stuff.
Yeah.
But I do like a couple of the things in this game with there's, like, it feels like there's a slight RNG element. So, I remember how you guys complained when you watched me play Half-Life Alyx that it looked like the gun was really shaky, and you talked about it with Skyrim. This game doesn't have that as bad. And if you hold the gun with both of your hands, it actually steadies even more.
Oh, shit.
And it's really cool because there's times where you're panicking and you're just like, oh, shit. And if you get them in the head, it's a one-shot kill.
Ooh.
And so you're like, if you're just fucking leaning back over and running for your life like I was and just shooting, you're not gonna fucking hit anything. But if you, like, turn around and, like, aim with both your hands, then it's a lot better.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
But yeah, it's been really fun. I'm not very far into it. I haven't been able to get into it since last week. I'm probably gonna try again later this week. But yeah, I started getting a little bit of a headache, so
that might be my next. That might, if Fallout 4 doesn't really work out, Walking Dead's gonna be the next one I get.
I would definitely check it out. It seems like it's gonna be a little harder, but we'll see. And then the next game I played was a side-scrolling game called
In VR?
No, in VR. Could you imagine having to jump like Mario? It's a side-scroller, but you're running straight. Like, if it was, like, they turned it on its side, and so you're only seeing it, and it's, like, stuff's coming at you. Oh, God, that would actually be kind of terrifying and cool.
There's just nothing on the right side.
Yeah, it'd be like Beat Saber, except it's a Mario map. Anyway.
Oh, wait. That would be kind of interesting, actually.
Ducking shit, jumping on shit,
Hold
etc.
on. The only problem is it would have to come at me.
Yeah, it would come at you like Beat Saber.
Yeah. Because I cannot do that locomotion. I can't fucking do it.
Yeah.
You know, the
moving.
Smooth movement or whatever.
It takes a long time to get used to it.
I was watching Elspeth try VR for the first time today.
No. How'd she do?
She hopped into Alex, immediately moved it to fucking the smooth, like, movement. No teleporting. And she was fine. Didn't even fucking mention it. Like, what the fuck? That's not... No.
I mean, some people are lucky like that.
It's bullshit.
Some people are lucky.
Fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
I know.
It takes a long time to get used to it. It took me a while.
Yeah. I don't know if I can, because I'm prone to motion sickness for literally no reason. So.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like Blade and Sorcery, it's the only way you can move in that game. I have to, like, sit down while I'm moving around. And then once I'm to a place, I just stand still and fight shit. It's kind of shitty.
Yeah, you could do the standing. I don't know if there's teleportation in the Walking Dead, but you could play the game seated. So there is a seated mode. So.
Oh, that's good.
But
that's
you might
good.
want to face away from your computer entirely because when you're swinging an axe like a fucking idiot, you are going to hit shit.
I always move my chair to like the middle of my
there
room.
you go. Perfect. Anyway, so the side scroller game that I played is called Cyber Shadow. It's by the Yacht Club. And they're the people who did Shovel Knight. So I was expecting a really good game. I was expecting the Messenger and Shovel Knight and Ninja
What do you
Gaiden
mean?
have a baby and fuck really good and make something beautiful, but instead you kind of got like this half-ass Ninja Gaiden game. And like the further you go along, you start to get Ninja Gaiden elements and stuff like that, like you do in the Messenger, but it doesn't feel that great. And even in Shovel Knight or Spectre of Torment, the other expansions for Shovel Knight, like as you go along you get more and more powerful, but you feel powerful immediately, and in this game you do not feel powerful immediately. And like we played that for like 4 hours on Sunday, and it just didn't ever feel good, and it was really kind of disappointing. And I was I mean, I don't expect polished gems every time from a gaming company. I know it happens.
So is this new?
It's new, yeah. It just literally came out.
Yeah, it's disappointing.
Yeah.
Like steps back kind of suck.
Yeah. So I don't.
And it's like I get it. You can stumble every now and then, but if you compare, like, I think a comparable studio, maybe lesser in the art department or something.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It depends on your taste, but like Supergiant.
Oh, yeah.
Bastion, fucking flawless. Best goddamn fucking... I mean, it's about as good as you could have made it. I forget what the next game was. I think No, I think it was it Transistor that was next?
Something
anyway,
like that.
They didn't have like a linear, like, upward trajectory. Like, not everything was good, like, better. And then Hades fucking amazing.
Right.
It was like there were some side steps, but nothing was like unplayable or that shitty or I don't know. There's nothing trash.
I'm not saying that it's unplayable or anything like that. The art style is really good. The music is really good. And like it has all the elements that is Shovel Knight when it comes to looks and feels and graphics, but like the gameplay itself just doesn't feel great, and it's kind of disappointing. I'm going to try to finish it this weekend, but I'm kind of sad. I'm genuinely kind of sad about it. I was like, oh,
man.
I was expecting another Shovel Knight, and I was expecting like the satisfaction, and it's not the same. Shovel Knight was just like so good. So good.
That's fucking fair.
So good.
That's
so
fair.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they made 2 Shovel Knights, right?
They have 4 expansions for Shovel Knight.
Oh, they're expansions.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
they're
Are they standalone?
They are technically, if you buy it it's a bundle. You could buy it all together, but they're standalone games,
okay.
and they all kind of coincide with each other. But yeah, they're like 7 to 8 hour games, like Shovel.
Jesus.
So let me pull up the treasure
Jesus.
trove. So I played Shovel Knight, and shit, where is it in my library? So, Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. I guess it counts all together as one. Because, like, I know I beat Shovel Knight in about 7 hours. And I know I beat Spectre of Torment in about 8. So, like, they're not short little, oh, here's some extra content. No, it's like a fully
That's
developed
fucking crazy.
game.
That is, like a new game. Damn.
Yeah, it's really good. They're really good. And so, like, to follow up with this, I was like, oh. And I said that the entire time while I was streaming. I'm like, God, this could be so much better if it was like this, or it could be so much better if this worked like this. And I felt kind of bad, but at the same time, like, I mean, it is what it is, right?
I think it's impossible not to.
Right.
As you spend all day playing fucking video games. Like, obviously, we're going to think about them critically.
Yeah.
You know? It's just what we're spending our fucking time on. It's not like we all have to be video game critics, but I mean, at the same time, it's like you have to decide what you're going to do with your time and what you're not.
Exactly.
And one of the mechanisms you use is recognizing the shit you don't like,
Yeah.
so you stay away from
I guess
it.
I guess that's a fair point to it. But yeah, I didn't get to play too much this week. I just played those 2 new games.
That's cool.
I'm gonna try to beat this game at the end of the week. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Have you looked up how long to beat? Is it like similar?
I think I got another 4 hours in it, so yeah,
okay.
I should be able to do it. Hopefully, in theory.
At least it's not crazy long. That's the thing about side scrollers. It's like even if they're 8 or 9 hours, it's not like 30.
I think the
It's not like a
longest
fucking
one that I
RPG.
played was The Messenger. I expected to beat that in 4 to 5 hours, and then that game ended up being 15 hours. It was just nothing could hold a torch to my Messenger. I love that fucking game so much, and like
yeah. Well, in that case, it's good that it was longer.
It was so good. I wanted to go. That's all I did was complain about how this game was not The Messenger, and I felt like a dick. I'm like, this game is just not The Messenger. God damn it. Anyway.
You know what's bad about this game is it's not The Messenger.
You know what's bad about this game?
It's like
it's not
it's like Andy from The Office. He's like, I don't think I'd be a good critic. Like maybe I could be a food critic. That food is bad.
This game is bad. That's how I'm gonna review games now. It's like, this game is bad. This game is good. This game is okay. Yeah.
I made an update to my Steam library, like my categories. I added a tab that says "Seen Enough."
Seen enough?
Yeah, like I'm done with the game, but I didn't beat it. But it's not shit. It's just like,
You're like, I'm over it.
for instance, I put Baldur's Gate in there. Because the game's too long, and I've seen enough. You know, like I don't have 80 hours.
Yeah.
And I've seen enough.
Yeah.
Like it's not. There's not new mechanics being introduced.
Yeah.
I could read a summary of the story. Like I've seen enough. You know.
Watch somebody else play it on YouTube for you.
I wouldn't even do that because they'd have to read all the voices.
Oh, I guess.
I'm not gonna sit there and read someone else's playthrough. That'd be weird. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'm ready to like move on from some games just aren't worth it, but it's not because they're awful. It's just because you're a busy person.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's true too.
But at the same time, like if it's a newer game or whatever, like you know, there is a consideration, I guess, of your money.
Yeah.
Like if you don't get time out of it, then it's like kind of wasted your money. But you know, if it's like something, if it's a Baldur's Gate, which by the way I don't remember how I got probably got it through a Humble Bundle or some shit. It's like who gives a shit?
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
Who gives
a fuck?
So.
Anyway.
Who gives a
You ready-
fuck? That's
you ready
my new
for some-
category.
Who gives a fuck? Yeah, I'm gonna make that category right now.
Can I lead off the news? I bet you put it in here. I didn't
okay.
look, but I was deliriously tired the day the Mass Effect Legendary Edition trailer came out.
I didn't actually put this in here. I figured you would have seen it, but continue.
And I wept.
Did you?
Watching it.
Aww.
I'm so excited for that fucking game. I'm so excited to play it again.
Good.
And I never have technically beat the first game, so this will be my first time actually being able to say I beat fucking Mass Effect 1. And I'm going to stream all of it. Because yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I've tried playing the first one many times, even when it first came out, and I just couldn't.
It's fucking rough, man.
I couldn't get into it. I'm like, this sucks.
There are some mods that I apparently make it better, but
yeah,
they don't have a mod manager for that game, so fuck it.
No mod manager? Fuck you. Anyway.
Fuck you.
Okay, so let's go into the rest of the news for everybody else. But so I'm gonna crack open another cider, and I'm gonna give it trigger warning. I don't know how long this fucking trigger warning's gonna go for. I'm sorry, but this is something that I feel like needs to be talked about because I think it's really fucked up. And I just kind of want to bring awareness to this. And I don't know if you
triggers for
fucking
what?
Pedophilic content.
Okay, but we're not showing any images.
We're not showing any images, but we are going to talk about it. And it, just talking about it sometimes makes people uncomfortable. So.
Okay, sounds good. Let's do it.
And like just whole fucked up sex stuff. So, and I kind of talked about it on my stream a little bit today. So, but I'm gonna focus on it a little bit more here. So, one of the most anticipated mods came out recently for Fallout New Vegas. It launched on January 15th. It was so insane that it actually broke Nexus's website at around 82K downloads. And I fucking hate the Nexus.
They have a shitty website.
Yeah, it's a shitty fucking website. I fucking hate the Nexus, as you guys heard earlier. But, like, so it made me smile that this mod broke it. Also, you know...
By the way, it only broke that download button. It only broke that mod's, or that...
that page.
That page, yeah. It's not like the whole website.
No, not the whole website, but just that page. But 82K in the first day is kind of insane.
That's nuts for a mod. I mean, that is...
It's absolutely insane.
Some game launches are like, shit, I wish we had that.
Well, I mean, I'm probably going to accidentally say game a lot for this mod, but I mean mod.
Yeah.
Just letting you guys know that. So I don't get DMs. You said game. It's a mod for a game. Anyway.
We don't have a correction section, but maybe we'll have to make one.
Suck my dick.
Actually, it's a mod, not a game.
It's a game. Anyway, so the reason why I was so excited for this mod is because it's based in our hometown, Portland. Snowy, post-apocalyptic, post-nuclear Portland. And so, like, I was really excited for this thing, and I've been waiting for over 7 years, but they've kept this game so fucking, this mod so locked that they've had voice actors who accidentally spilled some beans. They completely deleted that NPC and then voice casted him. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. That happened to one of the people who was voice acting. He was fucking immediately removed. His NPC was immediately removed. They removed all the content surrounding that character and then recasted and put in a new character. So that kind of tells you why nobody knew what was happening. Now, once this mod was launched, a lot of people started bringing up stuff that was very weird and a lot of weird sexual fantasies that were being kind of forced onto the player. Now, you guys know me. I like rom-coms, I like romancing, and I don't mind a good rump in a video game. I even have hentai games, but they're on a secret account. Anyway, so with that being said, these are some of the content that was in the mod, and made a lot of people upset. One, there's a girl who's a companion, and you force her to basically become your sex slave. Two, there's sex with a death claw, which is meant to be a joke, and it was not fully fixed, so they completely removed that. You can have sex with a bunch of other things in the game that aren't necessarily human, and I've heard there's more coming out that isn't fully consensual, but there's more and more fucked up as this mod continues to get played by people.
Why is it so focused on sex? What the fuck is going on?
That's what I said. And, like, it gets worse. There's a whole lizard cult of people, and they like children in that way. So a lot of people are like, hello, this is fucked up. What's wrong with you? And the mod team was all like, you know, there's sexualized stuff in Fallout. Look at Fisto, the robot. I mean, yeah, that's the only thing that I can honestly think of. I know there's sex slaves and there's mention of sex slaves, but guess what? You don't interact with them. Yeah, they're not yours, and you don't interact with them. And it's just so fucking weird. And, like, I'm all about toe crossing into that, like, fucked up shit every once in a while. That's fine.
Sure.
Like,
yeah.
In Fallout New Vegas, there's a lot of gray area. And that's why I like Fallout New Vegas. Like, the slavery thing with Caesar, or however you want to fucking say his name. Caesar. Caesar.
I think that's just the illiterate people who call him that. I think it's Caesar.
It's Caesar.
They just didn't know how to say that word, I think.
But Kaisar, like, the whole slavery thing with that, like, it brings up, and, like, the canes, the great canes and shit like that, all this gray area, and that's what I love.
Or the cons. Yeah.
Canes? Fuck, what's wrong with me?
Con! Anyway, I don't think those are subjects, that
Right.
should be off limits
Right.
in games, but,
And there are
holy Lord, the focus and almost the desperation of how much is in there. It's like,
yeah, and so, like, a lot of people brought this up, and that it was bugging them, it was disturbing and stuff like that, and the mods were like, hey, we're not going to remove it, because it's already kind of in the Fallout games, and we're way too burnt out from working on this for the past 7 years. Fine.
Okay.
Fair. Whatever. You don't have to play this mod. It's free, so.
Sure.
Yeah, right? And that's when all shit hit the fan.
Oh, no.
One of the devs just decided to let his freak flag fly and was posting on his social media accounts as, like, quote, animated. I'm assuming it's probably like lolly porn, but it was basically pedophile content, and, like, it was all really fucked up shit. And he was posting this on his personal account, right? And then it got back to the Discord. And everybody's like, what the fuck is happening with this dev? And so they removed that developer. He got immediately removed from the Discord. And all of his content was immediately axed from the game. And you're like, cool, the lizard people that like children are gone, right? No. Actually, he had nothing to do with them. In fact, he had nothing to do with the writing. And so, even though this guy is really fucked up and messed up, now they're trying to, like, take steps back. And this whole thing just makes me so uncomfortable. And, like, I don't, like, there's certain things where you should never cross the line, obviously. Like, I don't give a shit what most of your freaky deaky shit is, but when it gets into, like, fucking creepy stuff towards kids, like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a
no-go.
That's a no-no.
And so, like, it slowly came out more and more.
It's one of the things that most of society agrees on.
Right? And so more and more stuff came out that the mod team had very little control over the writing, because the person who was not only doing all the coding for this was also doing all of the writing for this. So if they got rid of him, they basically got rid of the mod entirely. And he has all this weird sex stuff in here, and it's like, if this stuff bugged you, why are you continuing to work on this mod? And like, the more and more that comes out about the writers, the more that they try to defend themselves with this weird sexualized content. And, like, Remy, a YouTuber, he did a really good breakdown of this mod, and he hated it. He fucking hated it. And then he broke it down again, where he actually did interviews with the developers of this mod, and talking to several of them. And when he would bring up this stuff, he's like, hey, this character, May, she wants to give me her virginity when she turns, but when 5 minutes before that, she said that when she's 18, she's gonna go to the wasteland and do drugs and have the sex. So her offering her virginity to me, that means she's under 18. And it's like, well, it wasn't meant to be that way. And, like, they try to backpedal. It's really fucked. It's really fucked. I can't emphasize how fucked this is. And, like, they've been...
Are the people making this mod just, like, a bunch of ex-Riot employees? Is that what it is?
Holy shit.
They're just like, well, we gotta get it out somewhere.
Oh, my God. Holy fuck. Yeah, probably. Holy shit. Oh, my God. But, like... It's just really creepy, and it's really weird, and, like, Remy does a really good job if you want to watch his interviews on YouTube, and, like, these people trying to backpedal on this.
I saw that. The first interview I got to, I didn't have time to watch the whole thing. This is like a 30-minute video, but the first interview he gets to is, I think he was talking to one of the game directors, or, like, he was some sort of managerial guy over this, and he's like, how much control did you have over this part of the game. He's like, none.
It was all
Okay,
that
this
main
part of the game,
writer.
none. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
What do you do there if you don't control anything? What the fuck does that mean?
No, and it's just it gets weirder and weirder the more like stuff comes out from this mod, and like it's just really fucked. And like now they're trying to blame everything on this person who posted the inappropriate content on the internet, and like, you know, they're been like, well, we're fixing the mod. They were forced to take down their Discord. They're forced to take down their website, and they were forced to take the mod off the Nexus. It's not on Steam yet, and they're fixing it. I think it just got posted.
Steam isn't gonna give a fuck.
Yeah, Steam isn't gonna give a fuck, unfortunately. But like, they're trying to fix the mod, and they've removed a lot of said content. Not all of it, but they've removed a lot of the content that was finally bugging people. And like, I still don't think I want to touch this mod because it's just so fucking bizarre that they even thought this was appropriate to begin with.
I'll touch the mod. No. I was gonna say when it's 18 years old.
Yeah, we'll touch it when it's 18.
Fucked up.
Fair. But yeah, I just wanted to rip that Band-Aid off. I just wanted to warn people about this mod, and like,
that's fucking crazy. What's it called again? Frontier?
Fallout Frontier.
Yeah.
It's a New Vegas mod, and it's unfortunately based in our hometown.
That's
Yep.
okay. What do you know if there's any elements that really make it Portland, or is it just like, we called it that?
I think they just called it that. I was looking forward to actually seeing what it was, but now I don't want to even go look and see if I can find like
yeah.
anything. Be like, don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. You're probably some weird sex cult person. Leave me alone. I just want to see my city after it's a disaster.
That's funny.
Okay, I do have to say one thing that isn't related to video games at all. I told somebody, it was like, oh, you just moved here. And I was like, yeah, I'm from Portland. They're like, oh, isn't your city still on fire? And I'm like, are you fucking stupid? They're like, yeah, well, it was on fire last year. And I'm like, yeah, that was last year? And that went away.
I mean, it was only, a small section also.
And it wasn't even like the actual main city. They're like, yeah, your city's burning to the ground. And I'm like,
that's nuts. It's crazy. Every time I tell people I'm from like Northern California, they're like, oh my God, like, so you're used to the fires. And I was like, it happened to me once.
Yeah.
I have seen it before, but it's like, what the fuck? It was like 3 years ago, man.
Yeah, and it still fucking sucks. But anyway, yeah, it was like, oh yeah, isn't your city still on fire? Yeah, it's just a constant burning. It's like basically Silent Hill now.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It made me laugh really hard.
That's funny.
I fucking thought they were joking. Because I was like,
oh right.
I just started laughing at it. They're looking at me. I'm like, oh, I thought you were
like, oh my God, did you do it?
Yeah, obviously I set my town on fire as soon as they left. But anyway, okay, so next topic. I promise nothing too heavy for the rest of the thing. Although we're gonna shit on fucking studios. This podcast should be called Everything is Canceled. But do you remember Anthem?
Oh man. Let me turn back the wheels of time.
Turn back time.
Yeah, I do. It was right after they canceled Evolve. Was it called Evolve?
Oh, I don't remember.
The 1 versus 4 thing. Do you remember that? From it was from the Left 4 Dead guys, right? I think. Yeah, it was called Evolve. It had a giant monster, and you were like 4 people trying to trap it and shit.
That sounds awesome.
Anyway. BioWare was going to do a game like that.
Oh.
Where they call them ace or non-symmetrical fucking multiplayer or asymmetrical or whatever the fuck. Mm-hmm. And it was like, we're going to do a 4 versus 1 kind of game. And it's like, no one thinks that's a good idea. Like, there was one failed example of that, and no one gives a fuck. And then they canceled that project. And then it was like, oh, we're doing Destiny. And it's like, okay. You guys don't have ideas. I see. Okay.
You're out of ideas.
So, Yeah, I remember Anthem.
Anyway.
I remember dismissing it the second I heard the name,
Yeah.
who was involved.
Same.
Yeah, I do.
Same. Okay, so
That's the long answer, I guess.
I think BioWare really needs to just cut its losses. So like back in
With Anthem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
So I think so this game launched back in 2019, right? 2019. That's how long it's been.
God, that feels like 8 years
Right?
ago. Holy shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So back in 2018 February. So it's almost been 2 years exactly. The game launched. It was a shit show. It was a mess. The game was so different from the E3 trailer. People just like were fucking pissed. And now looking that it's been 2 years, nothing's happened in the 2 years, and nothing has happened in the year since they announced the overhaul. So after a year of the game being a shit show and a flop, back in February of 2020, they said, hey, we're going to do Anthem 2.0. Be prepared.
Yes.
And then nothing's happened.
Yeah.
And
this is coming together. I remember. Yep.
so, yeah, we talked about it a lot last year because it's fucking hilarious. Because nothing was happening. And to come out this year, they reported how big the team is. It's only 30 people, and it's getting smaller and smaller. Because, like, Mark Darhan and then Casey Hudson, they're gone. They left. They just said, fuck BioWare, fuck this company, and they just bounced, right?
Yeah, second time for Casey.
Second time for Casey, obviously. And then Christian Daly, who was directing this and dealing with most of the redesign for Anthem, is off of this project. And he's now directing Dragon Age 4. He said, quote unquote, he left it in good hands, but I don't think he did because, like, okay, so we all know the resurrection story of Hello Games and No Man's Sky.
Yes, we do.
It was
one of the good
ones.
ones.
Great resurrection story, right?
Yeah.
Unlike Fallout 76, and the thing is,
even if that game turned out good, people would still hate Bethesda for good
God,
reason.
I fucking curse my helmet every night. I look up at it from my bed, and it stares at me.
I had a small urge to buy the N7 helmet thing. Did you see that? And I'm like, nah. They're dead, you know? Even if this, I'm sure the collection's going to be fine because they don't have to develop any new content.
Right. They just have to make it look
but I don't
want
to. They don't deserve $150 fucking dollars from me at all.
But the thing compared to like Anthem and Hello Games had a patch within 6 months that vastly improved the game. And immediately people started getting back into the game after 6 months. And it's been over a year since Anthem announced that it was doing its 2.0 patch and then it was going to be a whole new game. And we're just sitting here twiddling our fucking thumbs. So BioWare, just cut your fucking losses. It was a shit game, but for whatever fucking reason, you just can't put it down. It's like that fucking old ex-girlfriend that you just have to keep crawling back into. And it's no good. It's just not. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Mm-hmm. This is just a side effect of being owned by EA.
Is that what happens? You just keep
I mean, it is.
back?
Like, obviously, if you're an EA guy and you're like, you know, you see the success stories of games turning it around, you order your team to do that. You don't have any, you know, knowledge of how to make that happen or lead the team because you work at EA, but you tell them to do a No Man's Sky for this game because that's less development.
Right.
We don't have to hire art people or whatever. You just redo the assets in a different way. You know? Make the numbers a little different. Whatever. I don't know. Redo it. 2.0. Let's go. Yeah. So it's like an up from on high kind of commandment thing. And then the team's like, there's no creative energy behind it. Like the No Man's Sky guys were passionate about this fucking project. The BioWare guys behind Anthem are just like, we were supposed to make a Destiny-like. We tried to do that. I don't know what they want from us.
Yeah.
There's who the fuck is leading that team? Nobody.
I don't think anybody is anymore since fucking Christian Daly got pulled. Like, I don't think it's happening. I don't think it's happening at all.
There's no way.
No, it needs to die. Just let it die. It's the horse. Let it go.
That'd be great. That'd be
Let it
great.
go.
Yep. Honestly, shut Bioware down as soon as
Dragon Age 4.
I guess Dragon Age 4. Before that. Just shut it down now. Don't even release the Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
Okay.
Just shut it all fucking down.
Just get rid of it.
Just delete it.
Get rid of it.
Yep.
Okay.
Boom.
I'm okay with this.
I don't want anyone to lose their jobs, but I'm just send them to different departments or different teams or have them all work on fucking Battlefront or whatever. That's what you guys do, right? They can all design fucking loot boxes.
Yeah, they can design the loot boxes for that other one, Apex. That one's
Apex.
doing good.
Yeah, Apex is doing good, right? Or the mobile game they have that they're bragging about for some fucking reason.
I forgot about that. Holy shit.
Did you see that? There was that article that was like, "Hey, by the way, you guys may have heard
It's really good.
that other people can make Star Wars games now, but so can we? We can still do it." So that depressed everyone.
Yeah.
And they're like, "But don't think we're gonna make less games because other people can make games."
Yeah.
Because we made $1 billion on mobile, so why wouldn't we milk Star Wars for all it's worth?
Exactly.
I mean, make good games. That's what I said.
Fuck.
On mobile. Get mobile. Don't you have phones?
Have a phone? Anyway, speaking of people who are letting people go and dispersing them potentially throughout the whole company, or not, we don't know yet. Google Stadia is kind of dying. It's not dead.
Fucking, I wish I had an applause button on my Go XLR ready for this.
God. Yes.
I hope
Yes.
that Alex Hutchinson is sitting alone eating a TV dinner for him.
Yes.
That's what I hope.
He deserves a shit, and it's like a meatloaf one, and it's like slightly cold still in the center. It's not fully cooked. Soggy corn.
Yeah. It's like a there's a big tray that has 2 tiny pieces of fish. There's a top right tray that has, 8 pieces of corn.
Yeah. And then the brownie, and there's
and
corn in the
half
brownie.
of them are cold as shit, and the other ones are too hot to put in your mouth. Yeah, and then there's a brownie. It doesn't have walnuts because that's too expensive for a frozen meal.
And then the corn fell into the brownie, and it cooked in the brownie.
Yes.
God, I hope he's eating that right now.
I hope that's
and not
what
lobster because he's
eating.
fucking a rich bastard.
Right.
But anyway, so Google announced just recently, and this was the funniest fucking article I read on your Twitter ever. It was just, it was so good. But they're still gonna stay around, but they're getting rid of their video game studio. They're like, we're Google.
It's the most it's still around, but we don't believe in it. Fucking article. That's what it is. Yeah.
We don't believe that we can.
No
make
more
video
games, people. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? Fuck people who are like, don't you dare celebrate this because people lose their jobs.
No.
Look, I understand it sucks for an individual to lose a job.
I mean,
but we don't. Yes, we all have at some point. Yeah. Fucking, it sucks. Yeah. But that doesn't mean we just keep all jobs around forever. Yeah. Okay, it doesn't. And also, it does nobody any good, like, who has a job or who doesn't have a job, to hear you go, "Aw," as someone who doesn't fucking know them. Make fun of it. Who gives a shit?
But I think the biggest thing with this is, like, the gaming studio hasn't put out anything for the Google Stadia.
No, they did. As far as I'm aware,
they didn't put out anything. So, like, these 150 employees, like, I'm sorry that you guys potentially are losing your job. Hopefully Google will live up to what they said and disperse you throughout the rest of the fucking company. But the fact that they put you onto this project and then pulled you after 2 years.
I mean, that could be management, though. Yeah, you can't blame that on all 150 people or whatever.
I'm not blaming it on the people at all. I'm saying I do feel bad for them. But, like, it sucks because, like, they literally were forced to do this gaming studio for this fucking very centralized console system, and they were trying to be a gaming studio, as well as do the streaming service without focusing on either one, and they had their hand in too many fucking pots, and I think it just fucking exploded in their face, and then now it's
I know. Imagine not getting one right first.
Right?
Do one of them. Do one of them and see if you can do it, and then proceed. But instead, what they did was they're like, we're going to be streaming, and we're opening 2 gaming studios.
Yeah!
2 games fucking developer studios.
Not 1 studio.
2 at the same time? Why?
I don't know.
2 didn't do anything. What the fuck?
Like, what's wrong with you, Google? Are you drunk? Like, hello? I think, okay, this is my honest opinion, and like, I'm a little saucy right now because I'm really mad at Frontier, and you know how I get when I'm mad. I get drunk. But I think if Google was smart about this, they would have opened as a gaming studio first and, like, started developing titles for, like, Steam or Epic or whatever.
And then release one
bring out the Stadia
for their service only.
That's, I think, if they would have had that momentum, but they didn't have any momentum. They just came out fucking swinging like a child to nobody.
Yep. They're just like, oh, cute. Google's trying to do game things. That's fun. Not.
And, like, it's like, what is, like, you had, it's just.
I don't think it's possible for a big company to, like, it. I don't know why it is, but it seems like it just can't happen.
It can't.
You can't be big for something else and try to stick your big ass foot through the door of something else.
Yeah, and that's going to go into our
Amazon tried it. They suck dick at it.
That's the next thing we're literally going to swing into. So we'll just switch into that.
All right, let's
go into it. Amazon, you're just a waste of space in your gaming studio. Do you know how long that gaming studio's been open for? 8 years. What? And what? What have they released? Nothing.
2 games, I think, a shooter.
They've had 3
which they pulled,
or 4
and then the driving thing.
They had the fucking. They had the Grand Tour game, which has mixed reviews. Sure, the fucking cars. How can you fuck that up with the amazing cast of the Grand Tour, and like their amazing British charm? But then they had Breakaway, which was a failed, never saw the light of day shooter game. Then they had that mess Crucible, and everybody's like, this is early access, right? And Amazon's like, no, this is a finished game. And everybody's like, cool, we're not playing this. Goodbye. And Amazon's like, oh, shit, please come back. And then when nobody came back, they shut it down. And then they have that MMO,
which hasn't come out.
No. It was supposed to come out last year. I think in November.
Yep.
Which
instead, that's when they did their beta.
That's when they did their beta, and it got a lot of backlash because of the natives. And they even brought, I think if I remember this correctly, they brought in a native like expert, and they were like, "Yeah, this is fucking racist, people. Fix it."
Native of where?
Like a Native American. Because it's supposed to be based on like the new world coming to America and like this Native American.
Wait, I thought it was fantastical.
Kind of, yeah. But
That's
people that
weird.
they depicted.
Why even have
the
that?
People that they depicted as like the bad guys are very Native American. It's very fucked.
Oh.
Yeah. It's very. Okay. Anyway, so that's its whole can of worms. But let's talk about Amazon Gaming Studio as an entity itself. So the guy, Mike. I can't say his last name. Frazzini. He's the lead of the Amazon games, right?
Should be running an Italian restaurant.
Yeah, he should be running an Italian restaurant. What the fuck is he doing in video games? Actually, that is my general consensus. What the fuck is he doing in video games? This guy has no video game experience whatsoever. He's an Amazon lifer.
He doesn't even have pizza experience.
He doesn't have pizza experience. Like, hello? Your last name? No, I'm sorry. That's fucked up. But, like, he has no video game experience whatsoever. He's an Amazon lifer. Yeah. He's just been there for fucking ever since Amazon was doing books. And they just kind of shoved him into this role. And the thing is that's constantly being said about this guy is, like, he'll hire on big people who've done, like, who's worked at EA, who worked on Portal, and a couple other main, like, huge developers. And they'll try to give him advice, and he's like, "No, we're not doing that."
Oh, that's bad. Okay.
I don't want to do that. That doesn't work. And like every time.
Why hire the people that know what they're doing
Exactly,
to not listen to them?
And then he doesn't listen to them. He hires these people and they're like, K deuces, and they fucking leave the company because they realize it's not going anywhere. And then
right. And they can get a job
exactly,
anywhere.
because they're fucking these amazing people. And he's also always going to Daddy Bezo, although Daddy Bezo is now gone. Rest his peace. But like he was always going to Daddy Bezo and being like,
you you call him Daddy Bezo?
I forgot.
I thought he was an enemy. I thought he was the villain of the people.
Person, but I forgot why I started calling him Daddy Bezo. It's been happening for months. Anyway, so he would go to him and be like, video games are $1 billion franchise and blah 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 blah, and he would like demand all this money for these games. And then he would understaff the projects, and then the people would get frustrated and they would leave, and then we would have these disasters like Crucible and even like New World. Like that game should have been out this last year, and now it's being pushed back to even potentially 2022. We don't know yet. There's no date. It's just a fucking mess. And, like, they continue to do all these stupid things instead of using tools that are around, like, current engines that are fucking regularly for use. As long as you just fucking say, hey, I'm using the Unity engine. Hey, I'm using the Steam engine. Hey, I'm using this. Hey, I suck. They decided to build their own fucking engine from the ground up, which just why this company's probably been around for 8 fucking years. The creme de la creme. Guess how much they spend every year on this fucking company?
Is it over $100 million?
Oh, it's way over.
Oh my God. How much?
$500 million.
Every year?
Every year for the past 8 years. I'm going to be hoarse after this fucking episode because I'm screaming so much. But like 8 years of spending $500 million because he thinks that video games are $1 billion franchise and they deserve billions of dollars, and then he's produced shit. Amazon, what are you doing?
Holy shit. He's been in charge the whole time?
Yes.
What?
Amazon, you're great at everything else, but you're not good at video games.
Not good at Twitch.
You're not good at Twitch either. Actually, so since we're kind of on the subject of Twitch, Daddy Bezo stepping down, and the Amazon web hosting, I forgot his last name. His name is Andy something. But he's the CEO of Amazon web hosting, and he's going to take over all of Amazon, which kind of gives me some hope. And if they could just get rid of the Amazon gaming decision, just be like,
well, anything that's not the status quo is good news at a company that's like disappointing everyone, basically.
Right.
So,
and like, if they give that money to Twitch and maybe actually fucking fix Twitch, like, it'd be much better, right? Because like none of this money, so the $500 million, it doesn't go to Twitch, it doesn't go to any of their streaming services, which include their Fire Stick and like Amazon Music, videos, movies, and stuff like that. And also, I hate to utter these words,
and I know that the Microsoft, I don't know what happened with this, with the price increase of Microsoft, like, or the Xbox Live.
Yeah.
But Phil Spencer, I have always admired as like a director or whatever he is.
Yeah.
Just for his candor, you know? And he's pretty open about mistakes they made. Like, if you listen to him talk about the Xbox One launch, like, he nails what they did wrong. It's perfect.
Yeah, and he's honest.
If they had somebody like that in charge of Twitch, even if they don't, meet my expectations or even come close all the time, I feel like I would feel better about it as long as there was like an honest fucking communicator there. There are no honest communicators at Twitch. No. That is the biggest problem in my mind.
And I think
they all pretend everything's fucking fine.
Yeah.
For PR reasons.
Yeah. Same with Google. Google and Google Stadia.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
I understand you're big companies, and it's like you're expecting to like just get your foot in the door, and you're expecting to produce these like fucking chef kisses and just amazing content. But like, if you don't do it right, you're just fucking listen to people's advice. Like, it's just insane. Also, there's a rumor going around that this person that's gonna take over Amazon, he likes video games. So I'm a little nervous about that if they put more into this fucking studio that's doing absolutely nothing. But also, there's a rumor going around, it's very hush-hush, because like I kind of read it in this article and then I started looking into it, that they might also do a video game streaming service through Amazon.
Who?
Amazon.
Wait, they already have one.
It would be streaming video games.
Oh, like Stadia.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop it!
Yeah.
Stop it!
I mean, someone is gonna get it right.
Cancel it! Cancel everything!
Someone will get it right, but
Cancel everything.
I don't know who it's gonna be.
God damn it.
It's a risk. It's a big risk. It's getting to be more and more of a risk to do it, because just the public's perception around it is it doesn't fucking work.
It doesn't fucking work. And like,
Doesn't fucking work
everybody
because
that's
it
done
doesn't
it-
fucking work for most people.
well, it doesn't work
Some
for
people
most
have great experiences,
Yeah.
but it's so rare to hear that opinion.
Also, the way that
You know?
companies are going about it, like, look at how Google went to developers. And they're like, we're Google. We're not going to give you any money. Just be on our platform. And then, like, even AMD, when AMD was doing it, like, AMD seemed like the most promising. And then AMD is like,
You're talking about NVIDIA.
oh, it was NVIDIA, not AMD. Sorry,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
When NVIDIA did it, and they were like, yeah, we're just going to put you on here and not tell you.
That was nuts.
Which is fucking insane.
That was nuts.
Oh, my God. It's like, what's wrong with you? Just because you think you're a big company, you could just fucking stomp all over the little guy? What is wrong with you?
It wasn't even little guys. They did it to big people too.
Did it
They
to
just
big
didn't.
people too, but yeah.
They had no idea what they were doing.
Yeah. It's just a fucking mess. Anyway. Yeah, cancel everything. Cancel fucking everything.
Cancel fucking everything.
Cancel everything. The last thing I do want to talk about.
Cancel fucking, especially since Frontier.
Yeah,
You know.
fuck Frontier. Literally. With
Cancel
something
fucking.
hard and
That's
sandpapery.
the episode name. Cancel fucking.
Cancel
That's
fucking.
What
Can we put that on Spotify?
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Anyway.
I've been putting swear words in here. So
Shit, yeah. Anyway. The last thing I want to talk about, we brought this up last week with fucking Papa Gaben. Except we're gonna go to fucking Elon Musk, who's just weird as shit. Now it's Elon Musk's turn. You ready for this?
I'm so ready. That man is just a living meme.
Okay, so after that whole article we talked about with Gabe, getting rid of our meat peripherals, having helmets where we play with our brainwaves and video games, Elon Musk said, nah, that's baby shit. Fuck that shit. I'm going to put a microchip in your guys' brains. So he did. He put a microchip into a monkey's brain, and now that monkey plays video games with its brain. Now, it's baby stuff like Pong and little things. But now he's trying to get the second monkey and the other monkey to play Pong together with their brains. Everybody was worried about fucking getting the vaccine.
Wait, so he's controlling monkeys, basically?
Yeah, he's controlling monkeys with microchips in their brains.
All right, the next disaster is going to be monkey warfare,
Ah.
guaranteed.
We're gonna have
Joe Rogan was fucking right, you guys.
No!
They're going to be microchipped by Elon Musk.
Everybody was worried about fucking
It's going to be iRobot, but for monkeys.
It's gonna be iRobot for monkeys. Yeah, everybody's all like, yeah, the fucking vaccine's gonna give you a microchip and they're gonna track you. Let alone you have a fucking phone with GPS in it, you stupid idiots.
when you're being tracked,
now
you
it's your
sign up for it,
brain.
you dummy. You hit accept on your phone every day. That's how you get tracked.
That's how you get tracked, you fucking
Fucking
idiots.
idiot.
God!
It's not secretive. You're signing up for it.
God!
You're signing your life away.
And they're gonna put a microchip inside you.
I mean, okay, so like having physical hardware in me, that is like the one thing. That's the one thing. I'm not. I don't think I would be. No.
I like
even when it's proven.
Yeah.
Because it's like, how long?
until
I mean,
somebody
we've
hacks your
seen the
brain.
movies. We've seen the movies.
Yeah.
How long can you guarantee its safety?
Who
20
knows?
years?
No.
No, you can't. Anything could happen in that time.
Like, imagine if somebody hacked your brain and literally had control of your emotions. Like, it's terrifying that a
Ruin your
helmet
life so easily.
and like everything, but it's just, oh my god. But also, the idea of playing Pong with my brain sounds kind of entertaining. But I don't think I would want a chip in my brain. Maybe I'm just old-fashioned. Zoomers, hey, Zoomers of the podcast, since I'm a millennial, since I'm a boomer
Let us know.
millennial,
I know
let us know.
the world has been on fire since you've been born, but try to be objective.
Oh my god, that was the worst time to take a sip. But but yeah, I just wanted to end on a lighter note. Elon Musk is putting chips in monkeys' brains, and yep. Maybe we'll be able to play Pong with each other from a distance, boards. In 40 years.
I don't know if I want to.
You don't want to? What the fuck? We're not going to be friends in 40 years? How dare
Pong
you?
is already so boring.
What if we could play Dota 2 with our minds?
Okay. Now I'm listening because I think that my fat sausage fingers are part of the problem.
It's obviously inhibiting your micro.
Yeah.
Yep. Fucking fat fingers.
I would become half a cyborg to be the best Dota player in the world.
Exactly. I think that would work. I think that would definitely work. But anyway, that's it for news. I know there's some traumatic stuff. I'm sorry, but I felt like that needed to be talked about. So don't play that fucking mod.
Yeah. Could you warn me next time before you bring up Anthem, please? I was not ready to re-experience
I'm sorry I had to bring up BioWare again, even though you're really
damn
excited
it. The
about...
B word, you asshole.
I'm sorry.
Don't say the B word to me, you cunt.
Fuck you, bitch. But, yeah, next time
BioWare's my B word. Actually, I have two B words. It's Bethesda and BioWare.
Yeah, Bethesda and BioWare shit. Just Todd Howard.
What are your predictions on Skyrim, Elder Scrolls 6 at this point?
Ooh, okay. Okay. Okay.
We'll end with that, I guess. For why not?
Yeah,
We didn't even talk about Bethesda this week.
Fuck it. Let's just drag Todd Howard into this. Since I'm bringing up your fucking B word, we'll bring up my B word.
Okay.
I think it's going to be okay. I don't think it's going to be great. I don't think it's going to live up to the hype that is Skyrim. Mostly because it is going to be mostly focused on the Xbox. It has to work better on the Xbox than it does on the PlayStation 5. And with that being said, us PC players aren't going to be affected by any of these issues. But I think that is maybe going to debilitate how Bethesda proceeds this game, and I don't think it's going to be as good. I don't think it's going to be as polished, and I don't think it's going to be as loved as Skyrim was. Does that make sense?
That's fair. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I am having trouble, as is Bethesda, seeing how they evolve out of the formula that they're in. Because see there, go there is not as striking as it once was.
No.
We need some more marketing.
I think okay.
Lingo.
I think it definitely needs more marketing. I think Todd Howard needs to kind of step away with all the false promises that surround him already. If he goes and hypes it up,
he needs to Bezos himself.
He needs to Bezos himself and step away and have a new hype person come in and talk about the game. Because, like, I think if he comes in...
Skyrim Granny.
It's going to just turn into fucking memes, and, like, everybody's going to make fun of it. And if they actually want this to be a good game, I think they need to get rid of him. And,
wow.
Well, like, just have him step away from, like, the hype. I know it's like his main thing, but like he's such a meme now.
Yeah, but how do you keep getting more rich if you step away?
That's fair. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I think if Bethesda wants to take this to the next level and like do something different and something sort of risky, which might actually benefit them, is to make this a VR game focus. Like, honestly. Like, imagine if it was Skyrim that was actually good in VR.
Like designed. Yeah.
Designed
If it had like the
specifically
mechanics of
for
Half-Life Alyx,
VR.
oh god.
Right?
That would do it for me. That would 100% that would do it for me. I mean, I know it's not as accessible, but I think that would drive the market up. Like I think
yeah. I mean,
a rising tide raises all ships. Let's do it. Bethesda, it's on your shoulders. Let's go.
I think because that's what Half-Life Alyx did. Half-Life Alyx, we saw a huge increase in the usage of VR. And, like, I think we need another game like that drives it back up. And I think Bethesda...
I will literally buy any, like, immersive game. Like, if it's anywhere near Half-Life Alyx, you already have $60 from me.
$60.
I know that's not a lot.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah.
I think there's others.
Yeah, I think so, too. I definitely agree with you. And I think if Bethesda wants to... I don't think Bethesda will... But I think, honestly, if Bethesda made that move to where they stepped out of their cookie-cutter molds and did this, it would be much better for them in the end.
I mean, they haven't released a game since VR has been
well, yeah,
a thing, right?
Look at how many times...
I mean, other than 76, but...
Skyrim. They just milked the fucking shit out of Skyrim. Skyrim for fucking the different systems.
But they already had it.
Yeah.
They're going to milk the next thing, too. But
yeah.
Yeah.
They were hoping it was going to be 76 to make them the money, but that
yeah,
microtransaction fucking drew up real fast.
Yes, it did.
Anyway, what do you guys think? As our listeners, what do you think the next Elder Scrolls is going to be like? Tell us what you think and give us your feedback, because I want to hear what other people think, too. Like, I know I'm really biased because I love pretty much everything that Bethesda does, even though they've broken my heart a few times in the last 2 times, but I still get excited. Like, every time I hear that Skyrim music for the first time, it still gives me goosebumps. And I think of that trailer when it came out back in 2008, 2009, when they teased it. Just that fucking music and just getting fucking the biggest nerd boner ever. You know, it's been fucking 11, 12 years now. So, anyway.
Jesus.
Look! I love Bethesda. I'll still miss Todd. I'm lonely? No, I'm kidding. But anyway. Yeah, that's pretty much it for news and stuff. Unless you have anything else.
I don't, no. No.
That's fair.
I don't.
That's fair.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think we talked about it all.
Yeah, we talked about it all. We did talk about a lot of stuff.
Talked about it all.
Anyway, we love you guys. Don't play Final Frontier. Or Fallout Frontier. Final Frontier.
Like, wait, it's a Star Trek mod now?
Don't play Fallout Frontier. Don't forget to follow us at The Real Ports and Evil Space Money on Twitch and Twitter. And don't forget to follow the podcast at Ignore Backlog on Twitter. And we were batting it around before we started recording today about possibly doing live streaming of this. So maybe we could take your guys' questions, comments, concerns, and address them immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your ponderings?
We're pondering it.
Your musings?
Yeah, we're pondering it. We're thinking about it. It would give me an excuse to keep my makeup on for an extra fucking hour and a half or so. You guys would get to see me get drunk on stream more, you know.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, there's nothing better than podcasting drunk.
Oh, God, it's the best. It literally makes that whole shit.
This year we should
better.
do an end of the year thing where we get drunk and answer people's questions.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. 2020 or 2021.
The year we get canceled.
The year we get fucking canceled because we got too drunk.
Cancel fucking y'all. We're out. Peace.
Anyway, we love
Thanks,
you.
Bunny. Thanks, listeners. Bye.
Bye.
What how's your week?
My week was a bit chaotic, but
Neutral or lawful? Chaotic, neutral, and chaotic, evil,
it was
good.
chaotic neutral, I would say. Some good things happened, some crazy things happened, and some bad things happened, but that's okay. I got to play some video games. I got to play 2 new games this week.
Playing video games is
I
good.
know.
So let's focus on that.
Focus on that. Wait, how was your week? Did you have a shit week? Was it a bad week? Was it a good week?
Kind of the same. Good stuff, bad stuff, all of it.
All
Yeah,
of it.
life.
Hashtag life.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Hashtag the game life, which is not as bad as Monopoly.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you're right. When I was a kid,
Yeah.
I would marry a woman, and people would get so mad at me, and they're like, you can't do that!
You can't put 2 pinks in there, okay?
I'm gonna put a pink in here because I don't like blue.
It's all gonna be pinks. There's no penises allowed in this vehicle in the game of life.